You're right. Having spent all my life among the people trained to keep up appearances, I picked up all the conventional reflexes. Like acting shocked when someone is making a joke about your dead parents. Oh, I'm so sorry for the mistake, Your Highness. I didn't mean to imply... I'm truly sorry. That's nothing. Don't mention it. Oh, I won't mention it again, if that's what you mean. I'm sorry. It's fine. Just please relax. I get the feeling you are very tense. Can we just chat casually? Of course, my prince. What would you like to chat about? Huh. What the heck was influenced here? Did we somehow... Were things that we said somehow helping Gloria? How do you like the music? The music is heavenly, my prince. Gloria, you're acting like a cardboard cutout. Can't you see how frustrated he's getting? You really think so? Why? I don't know much about music, but it seems like an excellent choice, my prince. Well, then maybe let's talk about things that interest you. Why don't you choose the topic? Oh my god, Gloria! No, stop! I do not know what you like and what interests you, Your Grace. Oh my, I did it again. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. It will not happen again. Oh, don't bother. I mean, worry. Don't worry. I'm sorry. Your Highness isn't pleased. I didn't mean to upset you, my prince. I truly didn't. Somehow I wish you did. Will you please excuse me, my lady? Of course, my prince. I hope you enjoy your evening. This is going to be a long night. Gloria? You're back so soon? Did the prince fail to meet your standards and you had to fend off all his attention and admiration? Did you dismiss him and take your leave? No. You're awfully quiet. What happened then? I know, you used up all your eloquence on the prince. I'm sure he was really impressed. That's probably why he ran off so fast. He was too intimidated to stay in the presence of such perfection. Okay, Sophia, that's enough. And I'm glad you gave me this opportunity to point out again how great an example you are for me. Please enlighten me as to what the key pillars to your... Will you shut up already? Enough. If there was ever a time when I expected you two to focus, this is it. Sophia, stop with these pointless remarks. Want to show your sister? Then go and prove that you can do what she failed at. I never said I could, and I'm not sure whether... Oh, really? Not sure of yourself suddenly? Stop whining. Stand up straight. Keep your chest forward. Maybe for once your silly books will have their use. I heard the prince reads a lot. He does. What does he read? I don't know and I don't care. Just try to use it to your advantage. If this doesn't work, you're not as pretty as your sister, so just flatter him a lot. You can do it. Right, I'm sure he's not used to that. Is there anything you would like to add to this conversation, Sophia? If not, then I suggest you go and charm the prince. And what about Gloria? Your sister and I are going to have a little chat while you're gone. You concentrate on the prince. Be seductive. Go. Oh, how missed your pleasant chat with Mother, Gloria, and I was so hoping for a good show. Just go. Good evening, Your Grace. Oh, I do hope I used the right style. Good evening, my lady. It is one of the conventional titles used when addressing kings, so no, not really. At least not yet. Oops, looks like I blew it already. I wouldn't worry about that. I never understood all those subtleties myself, nor cared for them, for that matter. I must be really lucky then, since I don't care much for titles myself. Never seen the purpose. You do not? Quite a rare trait for a daughter of a noble house. And much more importantly, daughter of a powerful and ambitious lady. Don't forget about women with agendas, Your Highness. They tend to be pretty hard to overlook anyway. Oh, is that so? Oh yes, quite an overbearing character, that mother of ours. She even made us wear these dresses, you see. Have you ever worn a corset this tight, my prince? No, I never had the chance, opportunity. Well, neither had I until today, but it doesn't really matter, because we all have our roles to play and tasks to fulfill. After a single night can change the fate of many, whole families, great houses, dynasties, etc. I can see you're quite upset, my lady. I'm only the younger daughter, and my mother wasn't born into ladyship, so it's second-hand nobility you're speaking to. You don't have to lady me, my prince. All right, if you say so. So are you here because your mother asked you to come against your will? Yes, that's exactly why I'm here. Because I'm a good girl who's willing to play her part. In that case, would you believe it if I said the reason why I'm here is not that different from yours? I guess you could call it a family obligation. Yes, although my present parent is here in spirit alone, his legacy omnipresent, his influence palpable. I thought the wine tasted funny. Oh, you don't have to play that shocked look on me. If you're anything like me, and your father was even slightly similar to my mother, a joke like that won't make you blink. You're right. Having spent all my life among the people trained to keep up appearances, I picked up all the conventional reflexes. Like acting shocked when someone is making a joke about your dead parents, even though everyone knows he wasn't as good a father as he was a king. I feel lucky already. At least nobody ever forced me into a mode of politeness. I shudder at the thought of someone trying. Such a silly concept, this politeness. Lying to each other in the name of good manners as if honesty was a vice. You're a very original young woman, you know that? Isn't original one of the categories physicians use when they lock you up in an asylum? Technically, I think it's innovative. And I'm serious. I'm glad you're here. I'd love to get to know you better. The correct response here would be to say thank you, Your Highness, and maybe blush a little bit, yes? Well, I'm not so good at blushing on demand. Don't get me wrong, my prince, you're much nicer than I expected, but I didn't come here because I wanted to have a chat with you. I'm here because my mother has a serious control issues and wants me to play a role she scripted for me, probably before I was even born. Not a very entertaining role, mind you. And as for my sister, well, alright. That actually is the pleasant part. I just wanted to show her that I could do it better without even trying. And I couldn't care less about ruling. grown-ups sitting in ridiculous chairs, wearing funny hats made of metal. Frankly, it all seems very silly to me. Well, you've made your point quite clear, so what now? Now, if you were a normal man, I would gladly invite you to our residence, show you how our lovely family operates, get to know you better, but alas, you are not. Therefore, it's the perfect time to go back home and get this cursed thing off my waist. Whoever invented these must have been really innovative. Good night. Have a nice ball and everything. I'm out of here. What the? Heavens. This ball is turning into a madhouse rather rapidly. Too bad, though. This one I started to like. Go, Gloria. Alright, I'm almost there and all ready. Time to make my grand entrance. A complete and utter disaster. You have no idea how much this will cost our family. You had a chance to secure the future for yourselves. And for your children and their children, you'll be lucky to find a single man in the kingdom willing to court you after the display you gave tonight. And good riddance. What did you say? Mother, look, there's some commotion in the ballroom. I think someone important has arrived. Indeed, whoever that is, they can afford to be late, so I'm guessing it really has to be someone important. Everything has gone silent. What is going on? Actually, I don't like it that much. I don't know, like, it's very beautifully drawn, but... Actually, no, I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is that... Cinders is still kind of, like, hunching over. And so it looks like it's really hurting her. Looks like we have a latecomer, and an interesting one at that. That is a mighty fine dress. Wait, is that? I think I know her. I don't applaud her lack of punctuality, but she certainly knows how to make an entrance. I wonder who she might be. I don't think punctuality is among the top qualities expected from a future queen. What about stunning looks? Oh, you're trying to vouch for us? Not a prerequisite, but then again, neither is courage, and this one certainly has plenty of both. Watch out. Oh wait. Not a prerequisite, but then again, neither is courage, and this one clearly has plenty of both. Watch out, my prince, she is coming. Good evening, your highness, and to you too, captain. Good evening, my lady. Now if you excuse me, my prince. Good evening, my lady. I notice you only just arrived. Even those who care little for appearances must accept the fact that people still judge others by their looks. That's why proper preparations have to take time. And if I may judge, the outcome is positively stunning. Flattery is a very pleasant way of showing others we want something from them. So what is it that you want from this situation, my prince? Is it an obedient wife? A wise consort? Or just someone to keep you warm at night? Well, that's very forward, Cinders. Do not get me wrong, your highness. I do empathize with your complicated situation and understand you must have a wife to be crowned. I can see you don't hold social conventions in high regard. That is quite an accurate description of my predicament, though. And yet, understanding this, you are here. Don't tell me it's to taste wine from the royal cellars. Well, what if it is? Frankly, there's more than one reason. The wine, the food, not to mention company. I won't deny I find your power interesting, especially after hearing all the rumors. Oh, so there's a spark of curiosity behind that cold, inquisitive look. There's nothing more natural than being attracted to power, my lady. I didn't say I was attracted to it. I merely stated that I find it, and those who wield it, intriguing. For example, what kind of person does one have to be a good ruler? A sound, philosophical question, worthy of the author, the Duke. What are your views on the matter? Although her approach may at times be cynical or overly instrumental, I believe that Levia Malik managed to describe power in its actual rather than ideal form. An independent judgment from a well-read lady. How very refreshing. I always regretted the fact that such a fine scholar as Lady Malik does not hail from our kingdom. Perhaps I was simply blind to the treasures of our realm. The fact that some women do in fact receive education, even in those in backwater lands. You speak harshly about your own kingdom, my prince. Criticism may be the only weapon of the powerless, but you are hardly without power, are you not? To be honest, I am pretty powerless. Being a prince mostly entitles me to living in more comfortable quarters than, say, the town's innkeeper. But I don't get even a fraction of his power.
Oh, nice. A long, long time ago, Norvia, goddess of creation, descended upon Berg with the holy vessel in hand. Norvia brought order and life to the chaos of ancient Berg. To protect her gifts to the world, Norvia formed the divinities. I can't read. Palfina, Argent, and Ilnada. Aliet Elge, Revelius and Verse. Dualis, Greps, Luo, and Skolg. Grapes, probably. Daro, Corneo, Teriel, and Draglos. The people enjoyed an age of peace and tranquility, if only it had lasted. Life incurred the wrath of the gods. My beloved friends returned to the holy vessel, their power broken by the gods' remorse. All living things perished. Like candles snuffed out in the dead of night, everyone was gone. Judgment had been passed, and Berg fell back into chaos. I was alone. I watched Berg for a long, long time, even until I fell into a deep slumber. Still more time passed, and the flow of force in the holy vessel began anew.